The festival season is here. Retailers, both offline and online, have rolled out carpet discounts on all categories of items, from electronics to fashion to appliances. In a festive season without COVID restrictions after 2 years, consumer demand has shot up despite the soaring inflation. The festival sale, which started on September 23, is expected to be month-long and last till Diwali. Ahead of festival season, retail businesses across India have reported a moderate growth of 15% in sales in August 2022 as compared to the pre-pandemic levels of 2019, according to a survey by Retailers Association of India. The trend captured during this period suggests that most items were hit by inflation. While higher-priced items reported good growth, driven by upper middle and elite class, sales of lower-priced items were not that impressive. On what the early signs are looking like for the offline retail segment, Kumar Rajagopalan from Retailers Association of India tells us more.
So if we have to take the indications from what's happening online and also what we are seeing offline, it's quite encouraging. Many of our retailers, brands are doing both. They are available online. They are also available offline. The pricing also is getting matched for most of the big brands. Some of the smaller brands and only D2C brands may have a different strategy as far as pricing is concerned. But similarly, there are brands that are only available offline. So again, their strategy is different. But the early signs are very encouraging because customers do want to go out. They want to shop. They want to ensure that they get this feeling of cheer around them. It's now that whole family is going, friends are going. Also, we are seeing a good trend of not only shopping for themselves, but also there's a whole lot of inquiries around gifting. Answer for this, offline rate sales are definitely doing well. This season, it's expected to do even better than what it did even in 2019 pre-pandemic.
Once the sales season kicked in, both online and offline retailers doled out steep discounts in order to woo consumers. The discounts are also coupled with big cashbacks and other offers. Internet marketplaces have run a marketing blitzkrieg, hired additional workforce, and rolled out other SOPs, including a partial waiver of seller fee. In the online segment, Redseer Consulting expects the internet e-commerce companies to clock a 28% year-on-year growth in sales at nearly $12 billion during the sale month. In COVID-hit 2020 and 2021, e-commerce companies clocked overall sales of $7.5 billion and $9.2 billion respectively. Amazon and Flipkart accounted for 90% of overall festival sales in 2021. The bumper sales in the festival month this year are expected to push the online retail gross merchandise value to $68 billion in 2022, up 3% from last year. Another survey found that 83% of consumers are willing to shop this festival season, with a strong sentiment for fashion and electronics appliances. The early signs are encouraging and are in line with the forecast. The first 4 days of the festival sale saw the overall daily average gross merchandise value, which is the total value of items sold in a given period, rise to 5.4 times when compared with the business as usual days for the overall online retail, according to a report from the Redseer. The business as usual days are non-sale days. The growth is driven mainly by fashion and mobiles. Mobile phones have seen a 10-time jump in terms of daily average GMV, and an estimated 50 to 55 million shoppers made purchases in the first 4 days, according to a report from the Redseer. Meanwhile, fashion, including apparel and footwear, saw a jump of 4 times in daily average GMV from BAU days. The fashion segment was muted in the last 2 years due to the pandemic. Overall, the first 4 days of the festival sale have been better than that of last year. It stood at $3.4 billion, making up for 60% of the projections. Last year, it stood at $4.8 billion. The first week of sales is expected to reach $5.4 billion. Most of the demand is also coming from non-metros and Tier 2 and 3 cities. According to Unicommerce, over 60% sales for Amazon Fashion came from Tier 2 and 3 cities in the first 2 days. Meesho said 85% of its first-day sales came from Tier 2 cities and beyond. According to Redseer, the Tier 2 plus growth wave is driven by reverse migration, digital adoption, and value offers post-COVID. So what is driving this retail buying frenzy online? Let us listen to Sanjay Kothari of Redseer Consulting, an analyst who tracks this sector closely.
So I think what explains the better than expected first 4 days at least is a couple of things, right? The last 2 years, I think people have not been celebrating Diwali or celebrating the festive season as such. There was a hangover of COVID. People, were still very cautious in terms of getting out, etc. So this year, at least from the consumer sentiments that we have been able to look at, the people are coming out, people are expanding. You can also see the customer sentiment, the consumer sentiment improving over the last couple of months. So clear takeaways is people are celebrating this Diwali. Last 2-3 years were dull because of COVID, because of lower disposable income, etc. So clear indication of people wanting to spend on certain high ticket items, people wanting to splurge on mobiles, people wanting to splurge on certain large electronics, and also, trying their best to look good during this festive season. So you see fashion driving growth, you see products like BPC, personal care items doing well.
The first part of the festival month is off to a good start, and analysts expect the trend to continue going forward. Clearly, it points to the first signs of consumers having moved on from the pandemic scars.
If you like this video, share it and subscribe to Business Standard. For more news, views and insights, log on to www.business-standard.com. Do also follow us on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Telegram and LinkedIn.